Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the MGM Grand here on the Vegas Strip in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada for tonight's main event. 15 rounds of lightweight action between these two great warriors. Arturo Gatti's now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand. He's making his way to the ring with a determined giddy up in his step.
Went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up.
15 rounds scheduled here in this much anticipated fight, and we are underway with round number one. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Able to cover up that gut. Solid counter punch by Gatti. Halfway through round number one. Slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round.
Don't stay in one spot.
What happened to the get to know you? They're getting to know each other real quick here.
Unbelievable. I feel like I'm at a fancy restaurant, and we've already had 4 courses, and the chef came out and said, hey, don't be full yet, you got 8 more to go.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Arturo Gatti.
Standing straight up. Move that body. You need to move that body more. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Right back at him with a left hand. The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him, because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
Now this is impressive stuff right here, because he's showing us that he can counter his opponent perfectly.
And you don't have to be a big banger when you're a good counterpuncher, because now you're catching the guy coming in and you're catching him real clean, so you're going to be really effective.
Arturo Gatti's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. You know, we only show up when it's time to watch them do their thing for the fight, but they're really working at it day in and day out just to make weight. What's so tough about making weight in boxing?
Well, it can weigh you down. I mean, it takes discipline. And all of a sudden, it allows you a trail of excuses, because now you can start to say, well, gee, you know, I didn't do this. You know, it's the drudgery of it, and it's the consistency of it. When you have to stay at a weight and you have to watch that weight, you have to balance it where you're also going to be able to have a physicality when you get in the ring. You don't want to be weak, so you want to get that right balance where you're disciplined, you get the weight down, but you don't lose that physical edge.
So they close out that round. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. And Teddy, I know you watch very closely how these trainers go about their business. You were under the tutelage of one of the true legends of the game, the great Customato.
Yeah, I mean, I was fortunate. Quite honestly, those opportunities, situations probably don't exist anymore, because we've lost a lot of those, you know, really great trainers and managers that boxing was their whole life. I spent 7 years with Customato, and I learned the nuts and bolts from a physical, technical point of view of what's important to give to a fighter, but the psychological part. To understand the pressures that a fighter is under, the fears that a fighter deals with. And if you don't understand that, all the other things don't mean anything. Because you have to understand how a fighter's feeling to understand why he's behaving or not behaving a certain way.
He missed with that headshot. Does it surprise you that he's not going to the body as much as he could be?
Well, what surprises me is that he doesn't have the intuitiveness, you know, just the instinct to understand, to recognize the situation. That's part of the ability of a good fighter, to recognize what he should be doing in a certain situation. He's not seeing that. He should be going downstairs.
Was a miss by Gatti. 60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. Arturo Gatti blocks that punch. Gatti counters back. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards, but you can just see the style of fight that this is, bad. He's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a youth.
Holy cow! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Deep breath. You're in control of this. Keep it up. Nice work. Okay, listen to me. When he misses you with a punch, counter. Let's get on that swelling. Get the compress on that.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Gets rid of that body shot. Not able to connect with the uppercut. Oh, very nice. Smart counterpunch there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You make the guy miss, you make him pay.
How is he taking these kind of shots and just dismissing them? What a chin on this guy.
Yeah, well, what a neck on him. Look at that neck. I mean, it's about 19 inches. That is the shock absorber. But the rest of it is he's seeing it. He has good vision. He sees the shots coming, and he's making up in his mind they're not taking him anywhere.
And a smart counterpunch by Gatti. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Arturo Gatti. And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay. And he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
Round number 5 has arrived. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? He's taking his opponent's jab away.
Teddy, I guess they wanted it. Look at this action going right out there, wasting no time.
No, these guys are impatient. They couldn't wait to get at each other.
Good-looking counterpunch. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot, and then comes back with an uppercut. Good-looking counterpunch. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautifully.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. A stinging counterpunch after some fine defense by Gatti. Excellent counterpunch by Gatti.
Up and down, side to side.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue and red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
Go to the body, then to the head. Then finish to the body. Yeah. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing. Just
another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. It's got the look of a fight that's going to go the distance. But I'll tell you this, Teddy, it'll have lots of action right to the final bell.
Yeah, I have a funny feeling this is like a throwback fight, and the mentalities of these two fighters. If you told them it was a 20-round fight, like the old days, a 30-round fight, they would somehow find a way to go the distance.
And now they're trading blows. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Arturo Gatti's getting caught with headshots. But Teddy, to me this is pretty simple. Move your head.
Otherwise, the other guy will. And he's been moving his head for him all night.
Great fight. I mean, just a great fight. Both guys giving their all back and forth.
It doesn't get much better.
90 seconds to go here in this round. Good-looking counterpunch. Not getting it done with that straight right hand. It is unbelievable to sit back and just watch what these guys are willing to give and to take. Wow, what a fight so far.
Well, give and take, that's the key word. Sometimes you're forced to become great. And right now, each one of them are forcing the other to go to great places.
Keep your head moving. Hands up, man. Hands up.
10 seconds remaining in this round. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
Almost done. You had him that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy. Looking good. Yeah, looking good. Okay, keep your
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway.
relax. Keep moving, keep moving.
Good defensive skill. Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Arturo Gatti. There he is on the inside, doing well. Teddy, this guy's putting on a clinic right now. I mean, his accuracy is remarkable.
Yeah, a clinic in a healthcare center. He's like a surgeon.
Throws a counter punch there. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Protecting his head well with his guard. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Arturo Gatti. So the round comes to an end. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas sitting with you ringside. I know you had a very busy week before you flew here out to broadcast this fight, doing your charitable contributions back in Staten Island with the Dr. Theodore Atlas Foundation.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that up, Joe. We did well. We had our dinner, our yearly dinner, where we're able to raise money to help people that are in need, people that have nowhere else to go for help, whether it's a mother that can't pay the cancer treatment for a 7-year-old daughter, and we're able to pick up that insurance. But the thing that I want to take a second to thank everybody for is that it's a collective effort. It's all the people that allow us the resources to go out there and help those people.
Blocks the headshot. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Arturo Gatti showing you a little defensive skill there, able to move away from that punch. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Arturo Gatti.
Let's see some more.
Parries that punch intended for the head. Gatti's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Listen, I need to see more punches, okay? Whenever he misses, count. So, time. He's got nothing left, okay?
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Doing well on the outside. Wow! Arturo Gatti, good offense with the counter punch.
Patience now.
Wow, is he defensively sound. Blocks away that headshot. 1 minute to go in a round that feels like an all-time classic. Punch for punch, they're meeting each other. He missed with that headshot. A headshot blocked. End of the round here. Joe and Teddy with you ringside. It's turning out to be a very good fight because it's very competitive. It's one of those fights that's really hard to score.
Yeah, it is hard to score. It's going to be up to the judges now, hopefully, they've been watching the way they need to watch, and they're competent enough to make sure that it's not just a matter of who's throwing, but, you know, who's really landing.
Listen, he's done. He's done. Get the compress off. Get the compress on that. Let's work on the swelling. Can we work on the swelling?
Teddy, what do you think here as we start this round? I mean, you watch what he did in that last round, and you got to think that he can get himself back into this fight.
Well, that's how he's got to be thinking it. That's kind of what he's made up of. He's not a front runner. You know, he's not a fast starter anyway. He's the kind of guy that his real strength is to be able to weigh you down and to have a great resolve and to be able to chip away. He's chipping.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. That was a miss by Gatti.
Keep your hands up. Jab. Use the jab.
Wow, just sit back and enjoy this one. You can tell both guys are so determined to give everything they have here tonight.
So it's like the first time you heard Ray Charles sing God Bless America. You knew it was special. You knew you hadn't heard it before. I haven't seen anything like this before.
Nice work with the jab on the outside. A good block. Teddy, making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.
Nice. He's hurt. I need you to jump on him in this round, all right? Let's get on that swelling. Get the compress on that.
The start to the 11th round. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. He's winning the fight to me based on his overall speed. He's just a faster, quicker fighter, and it's making it so that he's able to employ his ways and get the best of his opponent.
Oh, he has that physical asset, no doubt about it. You can see it. But he has to be careful that he doesn't get carried away. He doesn't get reckless with that speed.
Holy cow! Oh, he is stunned. He could go down.
Punch it out. Punch it out.
Very clever move there. A little defense turns to offense. The counter punch by Gatti. His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Arturo Gatti. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue or red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
You heard it. Keep on him.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Some fine fundamentals, good counterpunch.
Nice mousetrap there. He let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Blocks that punch. Neither man slowing down as we have 60 seconds to go in this round. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counterpunch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like, going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
You need to capitalize on his mistakes, okay? I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for the mistakes. Nice one. Nice one.
Here we go with round number 13. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Good looking counterpunch. There it is! He is not in good shape. He could be on the deck in moments. Teddy, what does he need to do right here? He has no balance. His legs aren't underneath him.
Well, you know he can't move because he's going to fall on his own, or the referee's going to stop it. So believe it or not, he's either got to grab or he's got to stand on the rope, stay right in front of the guy, and move his head to make a miss. He can't use his legs.
What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. "60 seconds to go in what has been a toe-to-toe war. Oh, what a great round. opponent wanted the body, he wouldn't give it to him. So we come to the end of the round, and clearly a confidence booster for this man. He got to his opponent. He was able to stun him. Teddy, when a fighter comes back after doing what he just did, do you see them almost light up, like get a little boost of energy because of that?
Yeah, it does build your confidence a little bit. You know, it makes you feel more secure. I can control this man. I had my way.
Keep it going.
Almost done. You had him that round. You're in control. Next round, let's keep busy. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this fella.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard, and now he has to overcome that here.
Yeah, you don't have to be Nostradamus to know that. I mean, everybody saw, you know, he got staggered, his knees buckled, did a little dance there. But what you have to really know now is know why you got hit and correct that immediately.
And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly what he brings to the game. He makes you miss, he makes you pay, and he makes you think twice about throwing a punch later on.
Arturo Gatti's got to find a way to pull things together here. Ever since he got tagged earlier in this fight, he hasn't been the same fighter.
No, he hasn't, but he hasn't really had a chance to recover. You know, he needs a round, lose the round. Right now, his corner should tell him, look, lose the round, it doesn't matter. Just get yourself together. We'll pick him up later. We'll win rounds later.
Oh, look at that. You know, you need space to punch. He realizes that, so he pushes his opponent. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. There it is! He is damaged badly there. He may hit the floor.
No holding.
This has been a very entertaining fight. A little time to reflect here at the end of this round. My thoughts being this. I would really be surprised if we go to a decision here. It just has that kind of feel to it.
Yeah, it has a feel to me like going to one of those places where you can eat all the pasta you can for one price, you know? And some guys get carried away. They eat about 5 bowls. Well, these guys, they're going to have a stomachache at the end. Somebody is going to wind up not standing at the end.
Good. Nice work. Listen, I want you to go downstairs to upstairs, okay? Body to head. And let's see.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Able to dismiss that body shot. Good job staying away from the danger there.
Move your head.
Blocks that punch. Arturo Arturo Gatti's thinking right now that he's doing a good job defensively, but it's really not the case, Teddy. Every so often, you will see a punch split that guard.
Yeah, he's just standing there. First of all, the gloves, he needs to extend them just a little bit away. So, as you said, those punches, you know, aren't going to force their way through to the target, which they're doing right now. They're getting down to him. They're getting through to him.
That was a highly competitive back-and-forth bout. Now, let's hear which way it went. He's your winner. He gets the nod by way of split decision.
Hey, Joe, it was a good fight. You know, I'm not complaining about that, but I'm complaining about how they came to a split decision. If I'm the commissioner, I'm calling these judges in and say, hey, you watch the fight with me and explain to me how you came up with this.
Now, we've said that many times before, Teddy. For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Have yourself a great night.